Now that's a fact. Salute. Big Stepper. Salute.
Big Stepper. You already know the fucking
word.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
The truth shall set you free.
I'm gonna respond to the chat. Okay, if I wanted to say that it's okay because he was 16 to do what he did and he's good, I would have said it out my mouth because nobody's scared. Nobody on this motherfucking stage can whoop my ass. I know that for a fact. So I would say that out of my mouth if that's what I wanted to say, right? Because none of y'all gonna pull up and beat my ass because none of y'all can beat my ass. None of y'all are strong enough to beat my ass. But anyway, back to what I'm saying, back to what my facts were. Me being a rehabilitation counselor, the brother, you can't do shit, right? He's a grown-ass adult. His brain was fully developed, right? At 16, yes, I'm saying he is a rapist. I don't know what the fuck y'all are saying in the chat. I didn't say I condone him at all. If I wanted to say that, I would say it, right? Because again, none of y'all could beat my ass, right? So I didn't say I condone it. He's a rapist. He's disgusting. But like I said, working mental health, right? Caritas, working with mental health people, there is salvageable when they're 16. You can put them in programs for a couple of decades. I didn't say it was okay. I said that he was salvageable. You can put him in programs. Did they? Maybe they didn't. They put him in prison. He didn't even go into no fucking programs or no shit. Because apparently he was tried as an adult and they didn't even put him in no fucking programs. Because when you're raping somebody at 16, that's already a brain issue, a mental issue. You don't just motherfucking rape somebody at motherfucking 16 and you're a normal person. So, I don't know if he even got rehabilitated for that shit. Because they put him straight in prison. Apparently, that's what y'all are saying. Even though he was supposed to be a juvenile. But yeah, that's all I was saying. I'm not condoning shit. If I wanted to say I condone rape, I would have said I condone rape. Thank you.
What exactly? How are they going to rehabilitate a rapist? I would like to hear.
Oh, at 16, the same way, like just in case. I mean, for example, where I worked at daycare and something like I tell people, right, there's parents that don't teach their kids about sex. If a kid runs up and grabs a little white girl by the pussy, a little black boy, they're going to call him a rapist or whatever, right? So the thing is, with that, being 16, you put them in programs. He's, like you said, 16. Brain ain't fully developed for another whole decade, right? The brain ain't gonna be all the way together for another whole decade. That's why little boys be catching bodies and shit at 14 and they be locked up till they about 30 years old. I'm just saying you could put them in rehabilitation centers and for things that it may seem, because there's a lot of kids like that. You don't know how your kid's gonna turn out. You're not gonna treat them if you catch news and you're older, right, that they did some shit at 40 versus they did some shit at 16. Your kid, right? You're probably going to be trying to help them more if they're 16 versus 40. You're going to be like, damn, my kid is a sick motherfucker. Versus you're going to maybe try to seek help because their brain is not fully developed. I'm not condoning shit like I said, but I'm saying that there could have been something done. But apparently they threw him in prison anyway, so he might still be, I mean, he's a rapist forever, but he might have rapey tendency and might go hurt somebody. But I'm just saying that just to point it out, because when you breeze over everything, you can't get to the root of shit. Because he had a long way to go as an adult, and they should have nipped that in the bud right there, because obviously he was not normal, right? If you raping somebody with a knife at 16, you're not normal. Throwing him straight in prison, that's not gonna do nothing, because then y'all let him out, and what is he? He's still going to be having that brain. He's always going to be a rapist, but he could still be on the prowl. Not that he got charged again. He don't got no more new charges. But I'm just saying, like, at 16, because the brain wasn't fully developed yet, they could have did something better than what they did.
Okay, I'll take that point and note it.
Yeah, he's a rapist.
But it's different when you still an adult and you feel like you didn't rape nobody. So that tells me his definition of rape is warped as fuck then. Because to this day, he still don't feel like he did nothing wrong. And the fact you're not even abiding by the rules and regulations of what the fuck they told you to do. Something as simple as registering to let people know that you are in the vicinity of their children. That says a lot to me.
That's a fact.
You can't even do something as simple as www.ididthatshit.com, whatever the fuck the site is. Go on ahead and register where the fuck ever state you at. That let me know you still don't feel like what the fuck you did was wrong. Which let me know you still got that problem. And the fact that you never got help, nigga, how many more people have you done this to on the low and they just don't want to say nothing?
And that's what I'm saying.
Nicki Minaj's husband. That's crazy. I'm sorry, Indigo, but to hear you say you just worried about Nicki is...
Oh, no, yeah, I said that earlier. No, I mean, the thing is, though, like, me listening to the content, I had to listen for a minute. That's what I gotta say. And then, like you said again, and you're technically your whole view is different, but you got pieces of the views that I'm thinking. Because, like I said again, it's not helping nobody to throw no 16-year-old in jail. They should have put him in a center for 10 years. They should have put him in something, because all they're going to do is release him. He's 16. How long can they put him in prison? So my thing is, like I said, it's an important detail, and that's why I was telling Beast and everybody earlier, those details are important, because when you're telling the public certain things, when we look at that on CNN and we're like, damn, these 40-year-old men are nasty. They're fucking all these 16-year-olds, versus the way y'all are putting it out there. Yes, that's disgusting. He is a rapist. We know now that he has rapey tendencies, right? But the way that shit that we're processing it is completely different, and that's to be noted, because y'all let him back out there. Period. Also, the brother's unsalvageable. Like I said, I don't even be talking about the brother shit. I charge that to the game on some R. Kelly. I still like R. Kelly's music, but he's all the way fucked up shit like that. That shit that she did with the brother shit is kind of like, damn, Nikki, what the fuck is wrong with you? But you gotta like give her the R. Kelly part on that. But the Kenny shit, that's like I said, her being the wife to him, I can see her mental and some shit they may have said between each other, and I don't know, like that's just a whole different situation. It's not the brother situation. So yeah, I'm gonna lay my plane with that though. I'm counting some money right now. Hold on, y'all.
I just don't know how you gonna sleep comfortably next to a nigga at night knowing he raped somebody. You can close your eyes comfortably.
I ain't gonna hold you. Like, you want me to be completely honest?
I thought
You want me to be completely honest?
Attempt rape.
No. He raped her.
She don't give a fuck. She don't give a fuck,
No,
Dress.
he raped her. Nah, it wasn't an attempt. They said
Loves Nikki. Loves Nikki. She don't give a fuck because it's Nikki. If it's Nikki's man, she's supporting the fuck out of him.
When she asked me a question, I'm trying to answer the question. In general, if depending on this situation, in general, if it's two 15-year-olds, like just like with the Shivers situation, right? You know, no offense to Shivers.
Wait, what?
In here. If it's young people, yeah, I mean, he got the same thing. Like, y'all not saying nothing about that. Like, it's about 30s. Let's talk about our own people. But the thing is, 14. But back to what I'm saying, the teenage shit, and it's the same age group.
Oh shit!
I'm not about to be like, no.
She talk about shitty Shivers.
It's a whole different situation. It's a whole different situation. That's all I gotta say.
Hey, no, run
Shivers was 14.
No, run that back. Well, what are you talking about? Like, wait, what?
Y'all know he got
Can somebody explain this?
Y'all know Shivers got that shit too.
I'm kind of confused.
He was 14. That's why I said, but I wasn't feeling no type of way about that, because I felt like, again, he was a kid, but I hope he, like, they, you know.
I could have swear he said that was one of his old friends' situation.
It still was a charge, and he still had a registered sex offender.
Yeah, that was his
Yeah,
friend.
but you can't be putting that on somebody if that wasn't.
But I'm not putting that on nothing. He had to register as a sex offender. Like, fuck that. Like,
We are talking about two different situations right now.
Shit.
You
It's
just
young
put
ass people doing dumb ass
Nah.
shit.
See what I'm saying? That's that shit that you want to be part of the motherfucking. It's Nikki shit. It's Nikki. I don't want to mention Nikki. Nikki can't do no wrong. No. We're talking about a specific person.
I didn't treat Shivers different.
Do you have his paperwork? Do you have him on the register? Hold on, no. Do you have the receipts though? That's the one we're on now. What do you have? Get the receipts.
I'm telling y'all, I don't care about.
Get the receipts, but you do. No. What you're saying is that he did something. Now get the receipts that he did it, so we can. No, that's all I'm saying. I'm presenting the situation because you put it out there as a situation.
No.
You said somebody had something. Provide the receipts so we can handle the issue. We can't. No. We don't know. Prove the receipts. Bring the receipts to us.
14.
Bring the receipts. You know all this. Where's the receipts?
You was in the room. What you be?
We don't
talking
know
about that shit.
I was not in that room. That's why I'm a little.
That's what I'm saying. Prove the receipts. Where's the receipts? No. What's the example though? You threw a jacket on somebody now, and you don't have a receipt.
Jacket. Everybody knows that shit. Everybody knows.
No, everybody don't.
See what I'm saying?
Hold on.
You can't say everybody knows that.
I have no idea.
You can't say everybody knows that.
I just pinged.
Well, he'll come in and tell you. He about to come in and tell you now. And that's what I be trying to tell y'all. Like, juvenile shit, I don't look at it as the same as.
No, you know what you did is you just threw a stray out there for somebody and just because you love Nikki so much. You threw a stray at Shivers because you like Nikki so much that she can't do no wrong.
Wake it up, Beast.
Y'all were trying to say I'm only fucking with him because I like Nikki. I don't give a fuck about no Kevin Petty. I don't know who the fuck that is. I like Nikki's music. I like her performances. That's all I be caring about. I was trying to let y'all know I don't give a fuck. But if y'all gonna ask me serious questions about juvenile delinquencies and kid, like I said, I had to deal with kids that done killed their own moms and shit like that, right? when we're dealing with juvenile delinquencies and being able to get back into society, there's a tiny bit more hope. Now, he's always going to be a rapist, and of course, he'll never be around my kids. I'll never let that motherfucker around my kids. I ain't going to hold you. But I'm just talking about in the part of him being a juvenile delinquent. You see what I'm saying?
You never answered Dre's question.
Oh yeah, Dre,
she
what
asked
you
you,
said.
would you be comfortable? She asked if you would be comfortable sleeping next to somebody you know that was a rapist, and then you threw the whole shivers and all that shit in there. You never answered it.
As long as he give up 40 hours, she don't give a fuck.
If you can admit to me and tell me, hold on, let me finish. Hold on. Here's my requirements on that. Here's my requirements. If you can admit and say you're wrong, and then you are under 16. And you can admit that you went through a lot and you had to fight a lot of demons.
Oh, God damn.
Yeah. Hold up. And you gotta
I was wrong. I'm
not gonna lie because I'm not gonna
I was wrong. Please, I was wrong. I raped that woman.
Hold up.
Saying you have a requirement for rapists is crazy.
Yeah, no, wait, hold on. Y'all want me to answer the question, then y'all talk over me.
That is crazy.
Y'all want me to answer the question, and y'all talk over me. I'm being real. Like, y'all want me to lie? Y'all want me to lie? Or y'all want me to be real? Okay. So, no, 16 and under, you went through a whole bunch of programs, you realized your demons, and you can't have no second offenses. If that was your first offense and you got caught up at, I would say 16, 15, 14 years old, and you had to go through 20 years of rehabilitation, whatever, or 10 years, and then you know that you were wrong, and you don't have no other prior offenses that came after that. Yeah. I'm not gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody perfect. I'm gonna be like, okay, you know.
These barbs are different. These barbs are different.
I don't know why y'all.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's how I feel. Like, y'all ask me, I'm honest because it's that situation. It will never be a thing of a nigga being
Indigo
17.
is always going to think of something different. Then
Yeah,
this bitch
I'm
is
always
burnt
gonna think
out.
something
Like, I don't know
different
why
because
y'all even like, hello.
I'm a realist, for real.
That's not
Trolling
real.
right now.
I'm a
The bitch
realist.
is burnt out.
I'm a realist.
Oh, no, we got to get to the fact that she just threw a stray at somebody.
Wait. We can't.
She threw a stray at somebody.
He's just hella trying to unpack that shit.
No, meaning like to your point, to her point of view, you're gonna feel like it's burnt out, right? What she's saying is, hey, when you are young and you're a certain age, and it's like, okay, you learn from your mistake. I'm not gonna think that you're not a human being, that you can't grow and learn and level up and learn from your mistakes. So if you told me like, hey, this has happened when I was young or whatever like that.
So this is why you guys support Kenneth Petty?
Who said that?
This is why you guys stand up for that man? Because he was young? He was young and he was just dumb and he apologized. Hey, I'm sorry. I'm going to admit to being a rapist though, but I want to sign up for the register.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I'm only speaking to what Indigo was saying.
Indigo is a grown-ass woman that can speak for herself. You don't have to explain what she's saying when we can talk to her and hear what she's saying.
I was talking to Dreas. That's why I was.
But what I'm saying is you came in knight in shining armor for your fucking woman Indigo, which waving your fucking cape for Indigo who's just talking clear nonsense, but you stood up for her because that's your girl and that's you got her back. Just because you don't even know the situation that she's talking about, but you support her because it's Indigo.
Back. And what I said was, I said, you know, the bitch burnt out. And Drea said what she said, so I was talking to Dreas. That's who I was talking to. Now, if you feel like you wanted to talk to me about that, that's cool. But I wanted to get my point across to Dreas. That's it. That's all. Shout out to you, though. So, Dreas, that's it. I don't know if you got the gist of it. I know Beast was kind of loud on the mic.
Yeah, I got the gist of it.
Did you get the gist of it?
I was just basically saying, like, yeah, when you are young or whatever like that, and she's saying if you honest and open with me and you are saying like, hey, you know, you told me the truth and you don't have no more offensive or whatever, and you learn from it or you went to jail, you did your time or whatever like that, she's saying that she still can have a conversation and talk to you or whatever like that.
Yeah, that's all.
Just like if a nigga killed a nigga, right? It's like if a nigga killed a nigga and they was in fucking jail for fucking murder, and then they can leave out or whatever the fuck.
Totally
like that.
Different.
I don't know. I don't know all of that.
You caught it straight, Shivers. You caught it straight, Shivers. Indigo threw a jacket on you saying that you got on the register.
Murder is murder.
Indigo threw a jacket on you right now that said you had to register as a sex offender and that you had did some weird shit. So I'm just trying to verify like that.
Wait, y'all not gonna get the information on him talking like that. Let me get right. Shivers.
No, that's what. Okay, go ahead.
Shivers.
Go ahead.
So you know how you told us your story that one time, right? And you were young, right? Because I'm trying to tell them how Kevin. Hold up. I was trying to tell them how Kevin. You know,
she's equating you with Kevin Petty, Nicki Minaj's husband. She's saying you're just like him.
Oh my God.
That man name is Kenneth. Who is Kevin?
Because we're trying to let Shivers talk, aren't we? This Shivers time. Hold up. So he did some crazy ass shit. You know, he did that rape shit, whatever the fuck. And I don't condone that at all. Like I said, I don't fuck with that shit. But anyway, I said because he was 16, he still had, unlike her brother, no offense, you know, well, all offense, her brother just, he done for. Anyway, he had a sliver of light to be okay because his brain wasn't all the way developed yet. You know what I'm saying?
Sliver of what?
Of light. Okay, go ahead, Shivers. Go ahead and talk about your situation.
Wait, so did he rape her? Or was it attempted rape?
Go? Okay, go.
So what it is
it was attempted.
It was raping. He played out to attempted rape.
Oh yeah. So what it is so when you go through those court cases like that as a minor, they don't get all the details. Like myself personally, I took a no contest, but I didn't have to register because it was like a week before my birthday. So had it been a week later, then I had to register. So yeah, but like it was and this shit with me happened at school, like grabbing on the girl, whatever she was saying. But it wasn't like but they charged it as a sexual assault. So I don't know his case or what they were doing, but he was 16. So yeah, even if it didn't happen or he took a no contest or whatever, they still gonna make you register. I just don't know the details of his situation, but my situation was essentially like the same. And then the girl came back and apologized, like, "Oh, my parents made me do this, whatever."
Wait. Don't say the same, because let me tell you with Kenneth Petty, the alleged allegation.
What the fuck?
Is that he was nice to her because you said in the same that's what I'm saying. Clarify. That's why I want to clarify.
Yeah.
You're saying Kenneth.
Hold on. Dreas, talk to him real quick, please, Dreas.
Yeah, because you're saying kind of the same. Don't say kind of the same because Kenneth is alleged to have put a knife, and I'm saying alleged because again, I wasn't there.
This is just court records that we have of everything that happened. This is court records. We're telling you what happened.
So
Shivers.
A knife to her, and that's beast.
Man, who just said my name?
Nah, go ahead.
Not grab her by the pussy
and forced her back into the apartment and took it from her. So when you say that it was kind of the same, I just want to be clear because you said it took place at school. So please don't equate yourself to having the same situation, because the way I interpret that is you took a knife and put in the little girl's side or what have you.
Oh,
so,
no.
Yeah. So please clarify.
Yeah, no, I'm saying in terms of like being a minor having that case. Now what he did is totally different, but the way that they charge it is the same. Like I got a sexual assault, he got basically attempted rape or whatever, but I don't know, it's just the way they write it up and they overcharge.
Okay, well let me cut the malarkey. What the fuck did you do?
I didn't do anything. It was like she said I grabbed on her and grabbing on her titties and shit like that, but like it was nothing like that.
It's playing grab ass.
And that's what she accused me of. So then the parents got involved and her parents pressed charges. So they came to my house and arrested me maybe a week later or something. But afterwards, I got suspended or whatever. And this is when sexual harassment or sexual assault became big and they started doing the registry. Now, it doesn't matter what the case is, whether it's a attempt, like you do one thing, they're going to overcharge you. Point blank period. So I got 7 charges. And because I took a no contest, my parents were just like, we're going to do no contest and then or whatever. I didn't know that meant pleading guilty.
You know no contest is guilty, Shivers. This is all transpired because
no contest. You're not admitting guilt, but
you're not admitting guilt. But we all know what a no contest is. It's a guilty plea.
Listen, bro, that's also a guilty plea.
It definitely is a guilty plea. But what we're saying, Shivers, is the reason why you got this straight is because motherfucking Indigo decided to mention your name and throw this out there because Kenneth Petty. Because Kenneth Petty, we're talking about Nicki Minaj's husband. We're talking about the motherfucking dude that had to register as a sex offender, that's all over the news, that's trying to think he's a goon, think he's running around with goons, but apparently whatever he's doing is bringing a lot of light. Well, we all know he registered as a sex offender. We all know all this stuff about him. But deciding to go ahead and say, oh, Shivers has the same shit because she's panicking and was backs against the wall. She threw a fucking stray out and she hit you in the fucking head. That's what happened to you, Shivers. That's definitely what happened. You caught it straight. For no reason. We're not even talking about you, Shivers. Nothing even came. Your name wasn't even brought up in nothing. But she decided to say, hey, Shivers got the same shit. Shivers got the same. For what reason? No, I don't know why.
I hold you. I thought Shivers had a shank in his hand.
Yeah, come on now. She threw a whole jacket on the motherfucker as doing the same shit he did.
Can I talk?
That's what I'm saying. Hold up. But there was no reason. There was no reason for you to mention Shivers at all. Shivers ain't even in this bitch for no reason. But you decided to say, hey, Shivers got the same shit as him. Meaning he grabbed the knife and tried to stab the bitch up.
And can I tell you something, Beef? I do not regret. I mean what I say, and I'm glad I mentioned Shivers. Because like I said, and I will stay saying what I said, when it's juvenile cases, I look at it differently.
Girl, we said the same thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So y'all gonna try to like
they
Shivers.
Were talking about the same thing.
I look at it differently when they're juvenile cases. That's all. That's my thing.
Man,
you can't
look at it.
He just basically said what they said.
Hold on. If you're using, listen, if you're saying there's a weapon and then you see marks like he choked her up and all that, that shit not.
No, listen, Shivers. So they were in a room having this discussion, and so Voice was saying like, "Hey, we all know back in the day that certain stuff can happen with kids, where they can do certain stuff, and the parents can make certain people file charges where a kid is now locked up in jail for something that he did not do or not commit or didn't commit a crime. We're not talking about petty, but at the same time, we know these things can happen towards Black men. That's what the Voice was speaking about. So your story is kind of like what Janisha and the Voice and everybody was saying on the stage, like, hey, there are times where niggas are filed or press charges on them and they did not commit a crime. So that's what the fuck that people was just saying, and they're trying to mix it with petty. I don't understand why.
All right, I'm gonna show you why.
That's not what we was talking about.
No, here go the real side to it, right? That nigga forcefully did some shit. All right, that's what it is. That's what it is. Now listen. It don't go against the fact that every nigga that slapped a bitch on the ass, that's improper. Okay. I know what he talking about, that school shit. I popped the bra strap and they made a big old deal about this shit. Wasn't no police call and all this shit, but it's just the fact that that's still considered like illegal in touching a female. You violate them. Now at the end of the day, that nigga was old enough to know what the fuck he was doing. 16, 17, 18 years of age. You know how to ride still. Niggas capable of knowing what the fuck he was doing. If he forcefully took that shit from him, I don't give a fuck how old he was. He a rapist. Straight up.
Okay, but we not saying. Are we saying he's not a rapist? Did we ever say that?
I'm not talking about him. I don't care about that man. I hope he goes to fucking hell, bitch. Everything that Nicki Minaj is doing with him, I don't agree with it. I feel like he's taking her value down as like, why the fuck is she? She might as well stay with Nas. I'm making that very clear. I don't like Petty at all whatsoever. Like, I don't want him around. I think he's corny as fuck. And we don't like it. The fans don't like him.
The fans don't like Petty.
So y'all trying to say that we like this man or we're taking up for him is a fucking lie. That is it. I don't care.
We're just trying to tell y'all Nicki may not be as retarded as y'all think. That's what we're doing with the petty shit.
I just know what she was saying. I get it. I get what she was saying, but she wasn't taking it up for Petty. She was just saying, like, if something happened to her where this was a thing and a nigga came to her and said, I fucks with you, I like you, but I gotta tell you something. This what happened to me. Boom, 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 boom. And in a situation not like him, but of like, say, I learned from my lessons.
Nah, we're not gonna just put that off. This weird ass bitch was saying all kind of weird ass shit. You know what I'm talking about too. You already know what you said too. I'm not gonna let that shit down too, because you know exactly what you said. You said no matter what, he could have a bunch of ifs. If he did this, this, and this, I would take him back. If he did this, this, and this, I'd be with him still. If he did this, go to counseling. He did 22 hours of community service. If he did this, if he did this, if he did all this shit. You said
go back to the replay.
Bitch is crazy as fuck.
That's what I'm saying. The part I came in on was people just trying to make excuse. That's what I'm saying. That's the part I came in on. That's why.
I came in on the part.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, nah.
She was saying more than what she was just saying.
No, said if he wasn't a repeat offender,
all I said was I look at juvenile rape cases different than adult.
Okay, so I wasn't wrong. The bitch burnt out. What else do you want me to say?
All I gotta say is I was looking at juvenile rape cases
so what
and adult rape cases.
I said that. I said, God knows she crazy. She burnt out.
Like this nigga right here, he's a bozo.
Look, Shivers had got brought up because I said, well, I fuck with Shivers and I feel like he was a kid.
Yeah, but I wasn't out there trying to take no pussy.
Hey, no, that's the thing. And Shivers, I ain't gonna lie. We definitely knew, but she tried to make it seem like you was in the same boat as this guy, Kenneth Petty. Like you was just a creep. Like you was just a motherfucker.
So you'll still be able to see it.
Well, that's why I stopped and asked because I didn't even know that had been said before about Shivers. It took me off guard. That's all I'm like, what you mean Shivers did the same thing? What the fuck you talking about? We treat him the same.
Yeah, I was lost like a motherfucker. Like, no registered sex offender. He ain't know none of this, none of that. He ain't know none of that shit. Shivers is not no registered nothing like that. She fucking threw a whole jacket on this man.
The only reason Shivers didn't register because it was his birthday. That's all.
Well, why you keep trying to say that?
Oh my God!
Why you still trying to put him
You keep trying to put him under the bus. You know what I'm saying, Shivers? She keeps trying to throw you under the bus.
When you're young and shit like that happens, I look at it differently.
Have you been in there? Like, yeah, what's up with you and Nikki? Like, you ready to go at the world for Nikki and fucking Kenneth Petty? Are you fucking both of them?
I'm fucking dead.
Indigo got stopped.
Indigo, it's like 200. Indigo, it's 200. It's 211 people in this room.
I said what I said because I said what I said. Like, I don't treat...
I understand what you're saying, sis, but at the same time, like, when you bringing somebody else in this situation and nobody know the facts, like, it's not like he told everybody
it's very
or
important.
nothing like that. Like, and so everybody's now confused because when he came in here and started talking shit, I clenched my pearls for a hot second, bitch. I was scared because I'm just like, wait. Is he saying he did the same shit? So nobody knew it.
I'm talking about just and all that shit is not good. Like, y'all shouldn't be touching nobody, right? All that shit. We
on one subject and she went to a whole nother subject, hit the man that's from the sports room in the head with the fucking football when he wasn't even in his room.
But it's the same. It is like it's a juvenile sexual case. Like, that's what it is. Like, y'all looking at it all over the place. It is a juvenile sexual case. I just said I look at them cases differently. I don't give a fuck.
You look at district attorney fucking Indigo. How do you look at him?
Listen,
man, God bless you, Shivers.
There might be a little bit of
yeah, Shivers, you good on me. You look at cases with a different eye. How do you look at them with a different eye?
That shit Indigo said wasn't right.
Hands to themselves. But I think that when you're younger, there's a window for you to get back.
Okay, then don't get her $40 in.
Right. I think when you're younger, there's a window for you to get back right.
Both Shivers are apologizing.
No, I don't, because it is the same shit. It's a juvenile sexual case.
You did not do the same shit.
But it's still sex offender shit.
It's not the same shit.
Indigo, you sound like
Indigo. Okay.
Indigo, you just
well, when your daughter had grabbed in high school, you know.
I mean, I know you had to grab your ass Indigo.
But that's the same shit. It's still wrong. Like, keep
Indigo.
Y'all are weird for that. Y'all condoning somebody. Y'all weird.
Having a requirement
Y'all weird for condoning somebody grabbing somebody ass in public. That's weird energy to me.
That's what you just put a jacket.
You weird with the requirement for rape. You said it, but you got a requirement. If somebody rapes, you said I got a requirement. If you rape somebody, you definitely said that shit. You got a requirement if somebody rapes somebody.
So Indigo, normally this shit go like this, right? Boom. Spies are sending shit to Wack. Wack come in the room and be like, "Hey, wait, why I get this information?
Oh yeah, here
what?" And bring Shivers in the room. Then it goes, no, it's not funny. Then it goes up to something like that. So when you're saying certain stuff and the nigga don't know this whole storyline because he had to literally explain it, it can make a blank picture or a statement where people now want to feel like he's a rapist. So that's why I'm happy he did come into this room and really say what happened, because people gonna start thinking like, wait, what? What's going on?
People grab your ass all the time.
No, that's not the same thing we talking about.
let people grab your ass for money.
Lord. Well, whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
No, nigga, we don't know what you talking about.
Younger cases, I look at them differently.
Grab your ass right now.
But the thing is, hold up, can I tell y'all something? Hold up, can I tell y'all something?
You've been telling
no matter what y'all say, hold up, no matter what y'all say, if I go right now and tell my private detective sister to go look at, and I fuck with Shivers, right? I fuck with him, but if she go look at his shit, guess what? That sexual assault is gonna pop up on there. That's gonna pop up. If she looks deeper,
no, it's not, because he got it expunged.
No, in him.
He got it sealed. He ain't on registry. So how is what's gonna pop up?
Hey,
go get that private. Go get your fucking dumbass private investigator sister that has the same kind of shit wrong with you that she sucks dick for $40. Go get that bitch to do his background check.
Can I tell you something?
Indigo off that sauce right now.
Law work, right? Hold on.
That motherfucker drunk.
Because I want y'all to notice, because if y'all got cases, it's important, right? Shout out to my sister who worked with every president for the last 20 years, right? So the expungement is only for level 1 clearance.
Cocaine.
And Shivers knows this too. Hold on. Can I finish? When you have somebody doing a heavy background check versus medical or federal, that shit can pop up. So even though you paid the money for expungement, that's only for level 1 clearance. When you do federal or medical, that shit will pop up, expunged or not. Level 1 clearance is like Sprint, FedEx, UPS, a whole bunch of other shit like that. When you're doing a level 2 clearance and you're dealing with federal or medical, that shit will pop up.
Cocaine. What does that got to do with you and your sister?
So I'm just saying, but I'm just letting y'all know my main thing was, I don't be judging juvenile cases like that at the same as adult cases. I don't. Because juveniles can be rehabilitated, bro.
Off that sauce too.
You can't put rapists in rehab.
Definitely.
Not making no sense.
I mean, we can agree he's a rapist.
Leave my little sister alone.
You can't put rapists in rehab either.
She overdosed.
Hold on.
The bitch is burnt out. Oh my God.
Yeah, no, this
y'all know this. Like, what the fuck? I don't. What else do y'all? This bitch gonna say something crazy as fuck. What else do y'all want her to say? So y'all trying to unpack this from Indigo is crazy.
That shit isn't okay no matter how old you are.
You want to know why not?
Never unpack this burnout crazy.
Here's the thing, and it's not even about attacking her. It's just me more trying to understand her thought process, whether I agree with it or not. Right? She's entitled to her own get down, but at the same time, there's a part of me that hope as we keep going, she's just like, nah, I'm trolling. But she for real.
She's serious.
Oh, she definitely is. She definitely. That's why we have to just kind of. She ain't giving a fuck. If you make $300,000 and you a motherfucking former rapist, she don't give a fuck as long as you come home with a Birkin for her. She don't give a fuck. You could have raped 13 bitches. You could have raped 13 females. She would have said, you come home with 2 Birkins and a Rolex, I forgive everything you've ever done in life.
That ass gone off that sauce right now.
Right, bitch. Run me my motherfucking
We're not gonna
money.
put that jacket on her. We're not gonna put that jacket on.
Niggas is. What up?
This is a lot. Hello.
Who is that, Rue?
No, that's low key.
No, Rue's gonna have your back right now. Let Rue have your back. She also supports it.
Wait, Beast, wake that up.
Oh my God.
Okay, my bad. My phone died. I'm back.
That's a different Rue.
What you mean, Rue?
What else do y'all want? Like, y'all just want to start shit. Okay, what's me laughing at? What's that?
You gotta take a lick.
Know what the fuck been going on?
I don't.
Her saying
Beats gonna come through. I already heard.
Anybody got the link for good?
Right? And this is why I said, sister, you some stuff you can't do because niggas ain't trying to hear stories. They rather attack a bitch first and listen to some shit.
Oh no, it's good content. You don't understand on my 10.
No. Sis, if Beast wasn't in this room to really hear what was said, and somebody came to him and said like Shivers said something, he would have went in that Sports Center room and not gave a fuck and attacked this man left and right, beat him up, sit him down, called him a pedophile or whatever the fuck like that.
He would have shanked the fuck out of Shivers.
Okay, well, anyway.
And I know for a fact, and Wack said it in a room. He said when shit happen like this, niggas don't give a fuck. He gonna check a bitch. He don't care where you at, where you located, or anything like that. So you just have to watch.
Wait, so we condoning a man going up and grabbing a girl? Because I don't condone that. I'm not about to.
I don't
see what I'm saying. Why you got a problem with Shivers though? What issue do you have with Shivers?
I'm just saying, like, here's the thing. All of it is whatever the fuck happens. I was just letting y'all know, motherfuckers that are young, I just look at it differently. I don't know how we got here. That's just what I said. I don't think I said anything.
You brought us here.
All right. Hold on. Because ain't no 13, 16-year-old girls running up and grabbing no nigga's dick or ass. So all that shit is still
That's
wrong.
a lie.
I should you don't know what the fuck.
Go drink some
water. Wait, this is the same Indigo that told us that your 9 to 16-year-old could be grinding on the pillow because she started menstruating. You just said that in the morning show, Indigo.
Okay, listen, y'all. We're gonna end the room with we do not condone rape.
She said what? Yo, she on a whole different platform. She wild. Indigo.
I thought the whole stage knew your business though, but I fuck with you, Shivers, and I feel like
man, you might as well send them a couple free nudes or something like that. Indigo is guaranteed. You might as well send them some guaranteed nut content.
You're right.
Go ahead and send them that guaranteed nut content. Yeah, some because you fucking threw up. You hit him with the shot in the head like out of nowhere. The motherfucker ain't no Kenneth Petty.
Hey, I'm not gonna hold you. I was about to friend the fuck out of Shivers.
He's just like him. She said he's just like him. He's Kenneth Petty.
Hey, can I ask a question to the floor? Like, how many people, when he first, hold on, wait, Indigo, how many people, when Shivers first came in the room and just started to talk, how many people, like, really just, like, mouth was dropped at first?
Girl, when he said our cases was kind of same, that's why I had to stop. I'm like, what you mean the same? What you mean?
Listen, I felt like a pack-up was coming. I felt like a mass block was coming. I didn't know what the fuck to think. I felt the fuck back. I'm like, I'm not hopping in this car no more. I don't know what the fuck you did, sis. And you must have said some extra shit, bitch, before I got into this motherfucking room, girl. I'm gonna have to read the room real fast, bitch, because you might say some real.
Hey, listen, I knew when I seen Nadia, I said, well, this is about to get good.
I knew it was gonna go crazy when y'all said I'm about to ping Shivers right now, so this shit about to go crazy.
That's why I said you was burnt out. I thought that was gonna leave it to you being burnt out and letting it go. But you couldn't let no, bitch. I said, well, at this point, bitch, let me just set my pinky toe out this car real fast, bitch, because it's about to go left. Then he was like, oh, yeah, y'all just wanted to fit. I said, oh, no. Let me open the back door. Let me hop out the car one more time.
Our case is kind of the same.
She said, let me open the back door.
I ain't gonna lie, I fell on the floor.
Yeah, bitch, you ain't a Leah, bitch. I can't defend you all the time, bro. You crazy.
Yo, when Shivers came in and said our case is kind of the same.
Yeah, I can't. I'm gonna have to hit up Dre for Johnnisha and be like, okay, what was said first before I hop in this car?
Yo, I was laughing so hard.
Exactly what I was doing. Like, yeah, you want to come and
proof of insurance before she gets in the car.
Yeah, you want to. I'm like, of course. Hello.
You know what was taking me out? The chat was taking me out because when Shivers did say our cases are kind of the same, but Dreas put that emoji in the fucking chat. I fell on the floor. I said, because y'all know I just be yelling shit. They wasn't expecting that.
Let's start transferring.
Yeah, we transferred the trap. We over in Good Burger. Pull up, y'all.